troubled land. When I'm in this troubled land, I wanna shake my Savior's hand. Ain't got time for the in this world.
30 seconds. Going after the ID.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Here we go.
Broadcasting from the birthplace of country music, this is WBCM
5,
LP Bristol.
4.
In the blue hills of Virginia, where the tall pines kiss the sky, how my heart thrills in Virginia when the love shines in your eyes. In the evening, you're a picture so fair, mellow moonbeams kissing your hair. In the blue hills of Virginia, I hope to win ya, sweetheart mine.
Radio Bristol presents Farm and Fun Time. Made possible by Eastman Credit Union. Wherever life takes you, ECU is by your side.
In the evening, you're a picture so fair, mellow moonbeams kissing your hair. In the blue hills of Virginia, I hope to win ya, sweetheart mine.
Thank you so much. Live from the McLaughlin Performance Theater at the birthplace of Country Music Museum, I'm your host, Farm and Fun Timer Chris Trulson, along with Bill in the Bells, welcoming you to another live broadcast of Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time, presented by Birthplace of Country Music. How is everybody? Yes, we've got another packed show. Big thanks to all the folks tuning in on our various platforms. We truly do appreciate your support, and we especially appreciate the folks here in the theater packing it out once again. We've got a really, really good show ahead for you, and we're going to jump on into it. We've got some of the best when it comes to bluegrass music tonight, and we are in for a treat. One of the longest running and most respected bluegrass bands around is here with us tonight. We've got the Lonesome River Band. We also have Nashville songwriter extraordinaire, Irene Kelly, who's got a brand new record. She's here. We're going to have Irene on the program, and this month for the Radio Bristol Farm Report, we're headed to Greene County, Tennessee, to talk with Ryan Rowlett about a new crop that's been changing agroeconomy here in central Appalachia. That crop is hemp. We're going to go to Greene Hemp Company to learn about the positive impacts hemp research is having on our region. I know what you're thinking. It's kid-friendly, folks. Don't worry. This is a kid-friendly show. Also, our heirloom recipe segment this month features Charles Parker, the official Southwest Virginia chef and culinary ambassador. He dug through his grandmother's recipe book to find one of his favorite summertime recipes, creamed corn. Yeah. We like creamed corn here on Farm and Fun Time. And, of course, we've got our house band, Bill in the Bells, Khalil Yeagle on the fiddle, Andrew Small on the bass, Helena Hunt on the banjo. We'll jump into a brand new song that we just drove down from D.C. last night and worked this up in the car, a cappella, and we decided to play it today. So let's see what happens. This is a nice summertime song by the wonderful Roger Miller. It's called Walking in the Sunshine.
Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Put a smile upon your face as if there's nothing wrong. Think about a good time you had a long time ago. Think about forgetting about your worries and your woes. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Whether the weather be rain or snow, read Grassy field, walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Put a smile upon your face as if there's nothing wrong. Think about a good time you had a long time ago. Think about, forget about your worries and your woes. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Put a smile upon your face as if there's nothing wrong. Think about a good time you had a long time ago. Think about, forget about your worries and your woes. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song.
Walking in the sunshine. Now we'll get you one off of our last record. This one here is from Dream Songs, Etc. that we put out last year, just about exactly a year ago. And this is sort of a song that we don't play too often, so we figured we'd give it a shot. This one here is one we wrote. It's called Good Gal, I'll Be Okay, kind of paying tribute to the great Jimmy Rogers, and it goes like this. I'm gonna spread the news that yesterday's blues have almost gone away. As your memory it fades, and there's nothing left to say. I was a fool ever trusting in you, led my heart astray. And tomorrow's a brand new day. Good gal, I think I'll be okay. I'm so tired of sighing in the tears I've been crying, longing for the good old days. If you ask me how I'm doing since you left my heart in ruin, I guess I'm in an awful way. With a little bit of luck, I'm gonna pick myself up and soon be on my way. And tomorrow's a brand new day. Good gal, I think I'll be okay. I'm so tired of sighing in the tears I've been crying, longing for the good old days. If you ask me how I'm doing since you left my heart in ruin, I guess I'm in an awful way. With a little bit of luck, I'm gonna pick myself up and soon be on my way. And tomorrow's a brand new day. Good gal, I think I'll be okay. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. And now a word from our tremendous sponsor, Eastman Credit Union.
Hi, Pat, how you doing? Hope you don't mind us crooning about Eastman Credit Union. They're the reason that you're able to tune in. If you like all the things that we're doing, let them know how much you're approving.
Farm and Fun Time. Remember, ECU is there for you. From using your phone to transfer money to making a deposit, signing loan documents from anywhere. For more information, visit ECU.org and join Farm and Fun Time in saying,
Thank you, Eastman Credit Union.
hey, thanks. Big thanks to Eastman Credit Union for your continued support of Farm and Fun Time. And now it is time for the Heirloom Recipe segment, our first segment for the evening. Food is at the center of our culture and is so important in the Appalachian region. Food represents much more than what we eat. It represents family, memories, history, place, and more. This month's presenter is Chef Charles Parker. At age 5, Charles began following his grandmother around the kitchen. Brought up in Kingsport, Tennessee, he learned early on how to cook down-home Southern staples and also to appreciate the wide range of delicious foods available in our region. Now, as the Southwest Virginia chef and culinary ambassador, he's able to do both. Charles has his office at the Southwest Virginia Cultural Center and Marketplace in Abingdon, Virginia, but you're more likely to find him at the farmer's market or at the farm, where finding ways to celebrate and promote the amazing foods available in Southwest Virginia. Charles is going to talk to us this evening about his grandmother's summertime recipe for creamed corn. So please give a big old Farm and Fun Time welcome to Charles Parker, everybody.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello. How is everyone tonight? Yeah. Oh, y'all are really energetic. I'm digging that. One more time before I get started, just Bill and the Bells. Wow. I mean, wow. So, as Chris just mentioned, my name is Charles Parker, and I am the Friends of Southwest Virginia's chef and culinary ambassador. Basically, that's just a really fancy way of saying that I get to go around and celebrate and promote our wonderful farmers and their products within Southwest Virginia. So I've got a really great job. So, I am also a huge fan of food, locally sourced food more specifically. We are so blessed to live in the region that we do for so many reasons, but the fruit, veggies, berries that we produce are just unbeatable. In my honest, perhaps not so humble opinion, you're just not going to find any locally produced crop that's better than what we have in Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. Tonight, I'm going to briefly talk about one of those great summer crops and share with you one of my family's recipes. Tonight, we're talking about corn. I totally agree. My grandmother, or Mamaw, as she was known to me, was the best cook in the world. Now, I know that most of us will say that or something similar, but seriously, mine was the best. She was. But I truly, really did always believe that she was the best cook in the world, and I fell in love with her food at a very young age. I'm told that I was actually eating her biscuits and gravy when I was just a few weeks old. I believe it, because it was really good. When I turned 5 years old, she started pulling me in her kitchen and letting me help her cook. I learned all of her great recipes and her southern kitchen tricks. Now, to me, this was better than someone taking me to a toy store and telling me, go get anything you want. And guys, I got to do this almost every single day, cook with my grandmother. So how great is that? We had, the Parkers had some small farmland, and I would help her and my granddaddy work out in the gardens whenever they needed. It was a pretty simple garden. We had half-runner green beans, onions, taters, maters. But when it came to corn, we had a special place to get it from. We ate lots of good fresh corn in the Parker household, and all of it came from just one place, Couch Farm in Rogersville, Tennessee. Has anyone ever heard of Couch Farm? Yes, you win. Okay. Now, I have very vivid memories of numerous Saturdays being woken up around 5 a.m. to go with my mama and granddaddy to get some Couch's corn. Now, when I say some, what I really mean is a metric ton plus some. We would each carry baskets and pick ears from acres of rows and rows of beautiful corn. They had every kind of corn you can imagine, and I think we would get some of each variety that they had. But Silver Queen was always my favorite. After picking corn for what seemed like hours to me, we would load up the car, me with bushels of corn in my lap, under my legs, and everywhere in between, and make the 35-minute drive back to my grandparents' house in Kingsport. Next, the three of us would spend the next several hours shucking corn. There was a lot of shucking corn, I promise. Needless to say, I have become pretty darn good at corn shucking. If only that was an Olympic sport, I would be a gold medalist. Then after shucking all the corn in the world, it was finally time for lunch. You'll never guess what I got to have for lunch. Yeah, it was corn, but I loved it. Now, we would have enough corn to feed a small country for a few days. What on earth would we do with this much corn? Well, my grandmother was also a great canner, so we would start cooking and canning different iterations and recipes with all of this wonderful corn so that we and the rest of the Parker family and family friends and strangers and aliens would have this delicious fresh local corn year-round. So that brings me to the recipe for tonight. It is my Mama's delicious creamed corn, and I'm going to briefly go over it with you, but I'm told it will be on the blogging website for this place, so please check it out. Try to make it yourself, make it your own, and have fun with it, and I know you're going to enjoy. So, my Mama's creamed corn consisted of 8 ears of local sweet corn. Now, this recipe will serve about 4 people or one of me. A 1/3 cup of sweet cream butter, a tablespoon of bacon fat. Yes, bacon fat. We always had it on hand in a little coffee cup sitting on top of the stove. Yes, I put bacon fat in my cornflakes. A cup of sweet onion, a 1/4 cup of good local cornmeal, the fine grind, a tablespoon of all-purpose flour, 2/3 cup of heavy cream, a 1/3 cup of water, a tablespoon of sugar, which is optional. If you're getting the good local fresh corn, chances are it's sweet enough for you, but if you want it to go a little bit further, you can put a little sugar in there or a little bit of honey. A tablespoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper, and our secret weapon, I should say my grandmother's secret weapon, a teaspoon of turmeric. Yes, that's what I was hoping to get from you. Why would you put turmeric in corn? Doesn't seem like a logical reason to do so, but it's one of those things like people put nutmeg in everything, and their guests say, "What is that? It's so interesting." Well, that's what the turmeric did for this dish. It adds a beautiful color, and then that just special something. But it really kicks it up a notch, as Emerald Lagasse would say, and I heavily, heavily recommend you trying it. If you're not a big turmeric fan, that's not a whole lot that you're putting in there. It's not going to affect the whole dish very much. You could also go with some smoked paprika, which is a great addition, but just make it your own. Have fun with it. But you're going to get the corn on the cob, put it in a mixing bowl, and go ahead and cut all the kernels off. When you're done with that, another secret weapon that we always did is we would turn the knife backwards and then scrape the cob to get that beautiful, wonderful corn milk all in there. And then you're just going to add all of your ingredients together with the bacon fat and the butter, your flour, your cornmeal, and stir it all together. And when you have a little bit of a thick consistency, then hit it with your liquids. And it will turn into this nice, almost like corn gravy with beautiful corn kernels in it. But that's her recipe. Again, you can get the full version on the blog website after tonight, so please check it out. And guys, thank you so much for letting me come here and talk about my grandmother's corn.
Charles Parker, everybody. A big thanks to Charles for joining us this evening on Farm and Fun Time. To learn more about Charles and his work in Southwest Virginia, visit swva.org. I want to say Friends of Southwest Virginia have been a huge supporter here of Farm and Fun Time, and we really appreciate them. And how about another big hand for Charles? All right, time for segment 2 of the Heirloom Recipe segment. This is a jingle. We always write a jingle that connects to the story that you just heard, and I was inspired by corn shucking for this one. So we call this the Corn Shucking Song. This is a jingle that came out of my brain after about, 30 hours on the road in Canada and then driving up to D.C. following that, so my brain was in a weird place.
Go, Chris.
It goes like this.
Shuck, 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 baby, shuck all night.
shucking in the street. He could be shucking on the mountain. He could be shucking on the beach. Could be shucking anywhere. So before one corn, Shaddy sure loves shucking corn. Shuck, 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 baby, shuck all night. Corn shucking, daddy loves to shuck it right. He says shuck, 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 shucking corn is fun. Shucking his corn till the shucking's done. Shuck, 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 baby, shuck all night. Corn shucking, daddy shucks his corn just right. Shuck, shuck, shuck till there ain't none left. Corn shucking, daddy shucks it best. He might be shucking in a hat, he might be shucking in his boots, maybe shucking in his underwear, or even shucking in a suit. If you ever need some shucking, that corn shucking fool would be happy just to shuck for you. Shuck, 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 baby, shuck all night. Corn shucking, daddy loves to shuck it right. He says shuck, 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 shucking corn is fun. Shucking his corn till the shucking's done. And now a word from our tremendous sponsor, Window World Tri-Cities. Basebows, double hung and sliders. Window World, they're your window provider. Their selection, it just keeps getting wider. Of basebows, double hung and sliders. Yes, for basebows, double hung and sliders, it's Window World, where all products are custom built and American made. For free in-home consultation, WindowWorldTriCities.com. Basebows, double hung and sliders. Window World, they're your window provider. Their selection, it just keeps getting wider. Of basebows, double hung and sliders. Thank you, Window World Tri-Cities. All right, it is time for our first featured act of the evening, and we've got an incredible singer-songwriter with us from Nashville, Tennessee. Irene Kelly has spent the last 3 decades as a songwriter on Music Row. Her songs have been recorded by the likes of Alan Jackson, Loretta Lynn, Ricky Skaggs, and countless others, all while maintaining a strong following as a nationally touring performer. Her new project, Benny's TV Repair, Irene makes a return to her bluegrass beginnings with songs that connect to her past and present. Along with her fabulous band, we're so pleased to have us for the first time this evening on Farm and Fun Time, Irene Kelly, everybody.
Thank you, Chris. What a great introduction. It's good to be here with y'all tonight. And we're just so happy to be here. I love this part of the country. Got some new music for you. I used to hear that lonesome whistle, but it never made me cry. I placed my pennies on the track when it rolled by. Looking for the memories of another place and time. Wish I could go there now. Something about a train sound. Something about a train sound, northeast or westbound. Music to my ears, it just feels right. Something about a train sound, love the way it drowns out everything clouding up my mind as it rolls from town to town. Well, thank you so much. I got so much love and respect for all those folks out there spinning the bluegrass radio records for us. And so my good friend Jerry Sally and I wrote this song, kind of a little love letter to those fellas, and one called Bluegrass Radio. Always know what's on my mind, like you know just what I need to hear. And even when you're hard for me to find, I keep on searching till you come in loud and clear, playing those songs, taking me back home. Carter Stanley song to satisfy my sentimental bone. That high lonesome sound I grew up on, keeping you company everywhere I go. Playing those songs, taking me back home. The ones about a simple life, the kind I used to know. Warm in my heart, just like the dashboard glow. Not a better friend out on the road. In my bluegrass radio, mile after mile. It makes me smile. Playing those songs, taking me back home. The ones about a simple life, the kind I used to know. Warm in my heart, just like the dashboard glow. I'm a better friend out on the road. In my bluegrass radio, not a better friend I've come to know. In my bluegrass radio. Thank y'all so much. Let me take a minute here and introduce this wonderful band I brought with me from Nashville. Lucky girl tonight back here on the bass. He's from Connecticut, and he's also a great studio musician. He plays. Oh, somebody's hand went up. Somebody's from Connecticut. Very cool. Evan Windsor on bass. And this fellow hails from the part of the Nashville area that was home of String Bean and Grandpa Jones, a couple other famous banjo players from Gallatin, Tennessee. Luke Mundy. And always say if I were Dorothy, he'd be the Scarecrow. He's been with me a long time. We've been playing music about 35 years now. He's a really good friend, great producer, songwriter, and an amazing musician and a good friend. Mr. Steve Thomas. So I got a new record that came out in May, and this song is the title track from that, and it's a tribute to my dad, who was one of those fix-it guys. He fixed everything, and I didn't know there was such a thing as plumbers and painters. I just thought dads did that. And then I found out about 11 that my dad's friend, Mr. DePainter, was coming over, and I said to my mom, well, why is Mr. DePainter coming over? She said, his last name is Stanislavski. It's not DePainter. He's a painter. I was like, took a while to figure that one out. Anyway, but my dad was such a great repair guy, and he had to go a little step further and learn how to repair TV sets. And of course, nowadays, you just throw them out. But back in the day, he had all the stuff. I see some heads nodding. I guess you know somebody that had a TV repair shop, and his was in the basement. And not only was he fixing TVs, but he was playing country music, and he really converted me from my rock and roll days to being a lifelong country music fan and then songwriter. Yeah, thank you. And I thank him for that. A little song called Benny's TV Repair. We didn't get to Pittsburgh much, it was 30 miles away. I didn't lose nothing there, that's what my dad would say. Had a little basement shop and radio, and I heard country music, and it never let me go. Took a correspondence course, and he got in the mail. Working man smiled like a millionaire, 'cause the sign said Benny's TV Repair. Now he'd fix anything in town if he could find the parts. He taught me how to stand my ground, how to trust my heart. My mama was the only woman that he ever loved. The sparkle in his hazel eyes told you just as much. He took a correspondence course, and he got in the mail. Just like a working man, smiled like a millionaire, 'cause the sign said Benny's TV Repair. Some things I've forgotten and some things fade away. One thing is so clear to me, burned into my brain. The sign that my brother made way back when we were kids, to this day still stands for who he was and what he did. He took a correspondence course, and he got in the mail. The sign said Benny's TV Repair. needs TV repair. Oh, thank y'all so much. Thank you a lot. Appreciate that. Well, here's a song that's our current single out right now. I think they're playing this on the Bluegrass radio stations. We appreciate that. And I wrote this with Billy Smith. We call this our Native American spiritual song. I have a great reverence for the culture, and I think it's just beautiful. So, a song called Thunderbird. Brought my brokenness in tow. Great Spirit, can you heal my soul? Find my life with your holy word. Fly through me like a thunderbird. I cannot rest down by the stream. I'll brave to climb my dirty dream. Mountain steepness I have heard. So fly through me like a thunderbird. Fly through me with the strength of a hurricane, the gentleness of a snow-white dove, mercy, sweet and pain, and lead the peace and perfect love. Spread your wings, fly through me like a thunderbird. Many footsteps pass through here, ancient voices raised in prayer. Spirits cry out, spirits thirst. Fly through me like a thunderbird. Fly through me with the strength of a hurricane, the gentleness of a snow-white dove, mercy, sweet and pain, and lead the peace and perfect love. Spread your wings, fly through me like a thunderbird. I am no different than the rest. I crave the truth and fear the test. Heaven send me peace on earth. Fly through me like a thunderbird. Fly through me with the strength of a hurricane, the gentleness of a snow-white dove, mercy, sweet and pain, and lead the peace and perfect love. Spread your wings, fly through me like a thunderbird. Fly through me like a thunderbird. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you a lot. Well, we're going to do a little gospel song. This is on the last record, and it's right around Thanksgiving. I was feeling pretty grateful for all my amazing gifts and my family, and the fact that I get to go out and play music. It's just really great. And got with our good friend Carlton Moody and finished up this song, one called Before You Call Me Home. up my blessings, and it's filling up my heart as I'm driving past the mountains, farms, and trees. The beauty of a sunny day draws me close to you and to my knees. Dear Lord, before you call me home, I need to let you know I'm grateful for the love I've known. And Lord, this love's a precious gift. I can't ask for more than this. Too many things to list before you call me home. And when I think about my children and the miracle they are, I'm reminded every blessing comes from you. Devil waits for idle hands. As for me, I've got so much to do. It's true, dear Lord, before you call me home, I need to let them know I'm grateful for the love I know. Lord, this love's a precious gift. Can't ask for more than this. Too many things to list before you call me home. Lord, this life's a precious gift. I'm wealthy and I'm rich. Too many things to list before you call me home. Before you call me home.
Thank y'all so much. Well, we sure enjoyed playing for you this evening, and we hope we get to come back. And we brought some. Thank you. Thanks again to Chris for having us, and everybody here is just so kind. So we did bring some records, and after the next show, we'll be out front. Love to visit with you, and you all are in for a huge treat with the Lonesome River Band. I'm a big fan of them as well. So thank you very much. My name's Irene Kelly. Really enjoyed being here with you today. Thank you.
It's a stretch of highway in your song. I've been longing to get back to you so long. Maybe it's the beauty and the sound of your sweet name that always pulls me back and takes me home again. Out on the horizon, I can see the mountains rising, and I feel the comfort of a long lost friend. In my soul and in my spirit, I can almost hear it, and I know the answer's waiting round the bend. Over in Carolina
thanks to Irene and the band. You can check out her brand new record, Benny's TV Repair, on Mountain Fever Records at irenekelly.com. Now, friends, it's time for the Radio Bristol Farm Report, made possible by HVAC and Ed Hill, a full-service specialty contractor offering a full complement of building solutions for plumbing, heating, ventilation, building automation, geothermal, solar, wind, and more. For more information, visit hvacbristol.com. The Farm Report profiles regional farmers strengthening our community through sustainable, eco-friendly practices, helping to positively impact our region's food access and health. Every month we visit a regional farm and do a profile piece on that farm. This month is no different. We met with Ryan Rowlett, owner of Green Hemp Company on the Old Appalachian Hemp Farm in Greene County, Tennessee. Here, Ryan and his team are at the forefront of a new economy in central Appalachia. What started as a traditional farm growing hay, soy, and other crops is quickly transformed, leading the way in East Tennessee, helping to build a new agro-economy burgeoning from the heavy demand for hemp products. Let's watch the Farm Report to learn a little more about the Green Hemp Company.
My name is Ron Roulette and I operate Green Hemp Company. We're out here today at Old Appalachians Field on the border of Washington County, Greene County, out in Chuckey, Tennessee. So we are a licensed industrial hemp farm through the Tennessee Department of Agriculture. We started growing last year with about 400 farmers. The program's been around for a few years longer than we were involved with it, but it was grain and fiber production mostly that they were looking into. We kind of got involved when they said that you were allowed to grow for cannabinoids and bring your own genetics into the state, and so we started last year. Yeah, we've seen a lot of people sign up. Like I said, we were at 400 farmers last year, and that went up to 3,000 licensed farmers in the state. And a lot of them are in central Tennessee, but a lot of them also are in this northeast Tennessee area, along with Asheville, Kentucky. It's kind of like a new green triangle that's coming along. And after farmers see the harvest contracts that they get from something like soy or corn or leasing out their property for hay, a lot of them got really interested in kind of transitioning over to this because it's something that they can do that makes their farm profitable once again, versus just being a tax write-off or trying to hold on or getting sub-parceled off and sold. It allows them to maybe continue the agriculture way of life that they've been in for a long time and haven't seen money from in a long time also. The industry itself is exploding. CBD is everywhere and people are putting it in a lot of different things, and I think eventually, even with regulation and control, even if it ends up with the FDA, there's still going to be a chain of supply that will be able to be fulfilled by the farmers. There's people looking into fiber cropping because it produces more paper. It's a long-term viable product versus a short-term harvesting a bunch of timber. So everything from the plant can be used, from the cannabinoids, from the terpenes that you harvest. The fiber stalks themselves can be put into clothing. There's a lot of people looking into hempcrete now, that they're building houses out of it. So there's just all sorts of things, and the more it gets away from the stigma and gets off of the Controlled Substances Act, universities are now able to study this. Universities are getting their own programs through the Tennessee Department of Agriculture and other states. So I think there's really no limit to what could be done with it, and it's fun to be on the forefront of that. I hope that it will lead to more people coming back to the agrarian way of lifestyle. It'll allow people to hold on to a certain way of lifestyle that kind of was fading out. But I would just like to continue helping other people set up and grow, and I don't want to do anything but grow cannabis, so it's kind of like a dream come true for us. We're it's finally okay to be us.
And a big thanks to Ryan and the Green Hemp Company. You can check them out online, or to learn more about food and farming, visit Appalachian Sustainable Development's website at asdevelop.org. Pretty cool to see some new farming happening here in East Tennessee. And Ryan, are you here? He said he was going to come. I'm not sure if he was able to make it. Well, hopefully he was checking it out online. It was a really, really great visit, and we appreciate him. How about another hand for Ryan? Those fellas there are working really hard on that farm. It's amazing the amount of work that goes into the production that they're doing, and so we figured we'd play a song about working. This one here is called Work Don't Bother Me, and it goes like this. And now a word from Friends of Southwest Virginia.
No matter time or season, there will always be a reason to see a different side of Virginia. We think that it's your duty to explore this place of beauty. Come and see a different side of Virginia.
This message is brought to you by Friends of Southwest Virginia, an organization committed to preserving, promoting, and presenting the cultural and natural assets of the 19 counties in our region. Visit swva.org to discover a different side of Virginia.
If you needed one more reason to visit this here region, Farm and Fun Time broadcast from
friends of Southwest Virginia. And folks, we're thrilled to have our next guest with us on this evening's program. Since its formation 37 years ago, the Lonesome River Band continues to be one of the most influential bands in the business. A band so distinct that when they hit that first chord, you know it's undeniably LRB. With the brand new release, Outside Looking In, on Mountain Home Music, the band continues to bring their fresh perspective and distinct drive to the bluegrass genre. Please, if you would, give a big old farming fun time welcome to the one and only, the Lonesome River Band, everybody.
Thank you all so much, and thanks for being with us tonight. We're glad to see you. Ready, big guy?
Kill a man. I spend all my time drinking, and it set my mind thinking, get as much forgetting as I can. And it feels real good going down. It feels real good going down. Oh, just a little time, I'm gonna drink you off my mind. And it feels real good going down. To work too hard to find someone to get you through the night. It ain't like the love we had, but tonight it ain't half bad. Might be all I need to feel alright. And it feels real good going down. It feels real good going down. Oh, in just a little time, I'm gonna dance you off my mind. And it feels going down. Night out in the town, I'm gonna swing them all around. I'm finally cutting loose and letting go. It ain't like the love we had, but tonight it ain't half bad. Might let that swing thing take hold. And it feels real good going down. It feels real good going down. Oh, holding someone new when I'm almost over you. And it feels real good going down. And it feels real good going down. It feels real good going down. Honey, shake it one more time. You're helping me unwind. And it feels real good going down.
Thank y'all. I can't seem to learn not to love you. get to me every time. You're someone I just can't say no to. And I'm falling for you one more time. Here I go down that wrong road again. I'm going back where I've already been. Even knowing where it really is. If I go down that wrong road again. I see the web that you're weaving. You and your soft, easy line. Before I stop to think I believe it, I'm falling for you one more time. Here I go down that wrong road again. I'm going back where I've already been. Even knowing where it will end. Here I go down that wrong road again. Thank you all so very, very much. We appreciate it. And again, thanks for coming out tonight and supporting good local, real music. That's a big deal these days, folks. And we're glad that you're here. We'll introduce this guy playing the mandolin, singing all the high lead and tenor vocals for you. Get him up here to do the most recent single that the band has out. Do we have any Sirius XM subscribers out there? Everybody listen to Bluegrass Radio? Bluegrass Junction? I see Leon Junction. What are you, what? Yeah. What a mess that is. We can't explain to you folks out on the air what we're seeing right now, but it's quite an ordeal. The latest single is a song written by a buddy of ours, Adam Wright, and we're going to bring this guy up here to do it for you. He hails from Eden, North Carolina originally, now makes his home real close to this banjo player. We're down in the southwest corner of Virginia, near Floyd, Virginia. Actually, he's not near Floyd, he's right in the middle of it. We think he's one of the finest young talents to come to this business in a long time. If you make him welcome. That's Mr. Jesse Smathers right there.
So wrong, my little magnolia, where have you gone? Everywhere I look, I see the bloom that bears your name. A reminder you've forgotten me, but I love you just the same. I sit here and wonder all the day long. Can't help but miss you, though you done me so wrong. My little magnolia, where have you gone?
Casey Smathers right there. We'll introduce the guy that's going to kick this next tune off for you. He comes to you as well from southwestern Virginia. Made his home for many, many years down in Metazodan, Virginia, now lives just outside of Floyd, Virginia. This guy does a great job playing the 5-string banjo. I know that because he's 5-time International Bluegrass Music Association's Banjo Player of the Year. He's also the 2011 recipient of the Steve Martin Excellence in Bluegrass and Banjo Award. He's a member of the Virginia Country Music Hall of Fame, and he's a buddy of mine, so make him welcome. That's Mr. Sammy Sheeter right there.
Thank y'all so much.
We'll do you another one off the latest album here, and this is a song by another Virginia boy.
West Virginia.
This was a West Virginia boy. But I guarantee you Virginia would claim him. He was he's one of the finest country singers to come to country music, in my opinion, and we lost him way too early, but we'll try to carry him on here a little while longer with one called Your Cheating Heart.
And your beauty is a work of art. I could get lost inside your heart if I had a cheating heart. Your eyes tell me you know me, baby. Oh, baby, you're making it hard. It would be easy to let you please me if I had a cheating heart. Touch my hands and my knees get weak. If I'm leaving, you'd better start. I bet you turn me every way but loose. If I had a cheating heart. Your eyes tell me you know me, baby. Oh, baby, you're making it hard. It would be easy to let you please me if I had a cheating heart.
you another off a new album. We'll introduce his fiddle player. He's going to kick his thing off. He comes to you originally from the state of Missouri. Now makes his home in Albemarle, North Carolina. This guy's played with the likes of George Jones, the Bluegrass Cardinals, Doyle Lawson, and Quicksilver. Helped start a group called The Third Time Out. It's an honor to be on the stage with this guy. He's a legend. That's Mr. Mike Hartgrove down there.
Covered ground, fireplace roaring, there ain't hardly a sound. Black cup of coffee, hand and no cigarette. I read the paper, then I crawl back in bed. I hug the pillow where your head used to lay. I think of all the times I begged you to stay. I pull the covers up and turn towards the fire. My body shivers from the frozen heart inside. It's cold down on New Ballard Ranch tonight. I keep the light on and the fire burning bright. Old flame of love got blown out by the wind. I hear it howling again. And it's cold tonight on New Ballard Ranch. Never been a colder winter night. The clouds are covering up the moon that's shining bright. Snow has covered up the place we used to lay. Don't think I'll make it through another lonesome day. It's cold down on New Ballard Ranch tonight. I keep the light on and the fire burning bright. Howling again, and it's cold tonight on New Ballard Ranch. It's cold down on New Ballard Ranch tonight. I keep the light on and the fire burning bright. Old flame of love got blown out by the wind. I hear it howling again. And it's cold tonight on New Ballard Ranch. Yes, it's cold tonight on New Ballard Ranch.
Oh, thank you so much. And it is a pleasure to be here with you tonight, and thank y'all for having us on Farming Fun Time, a very historic show. And we're going to do a song here that features our guitar player. Before I introduce him, I want to recognize somebody in the crowd. Where's Mr. Kenny Morrell at? Is he around here somewhere? Oh, there he's at. Kenny Morrell is a bluegrass fixture in this town, and he played on the original Farm and Fun Time, so, you know, that means a lot to us. And he's my dear friend, and get to come down and play the mural every year with him, and I always enjoy that. But I'm going to introduce this guitar player to you. He comes to you from the great state of Missouri, now lives near Nashville, Tennessee, one of the finest singers and songwriters in our business, and the best rhythm guitar player I know. Make welcome Mr. Brandon Rickman right there. Here's one about going to a Friday night dance, and I know Kenny played a lot of Friday night dances back in the day, and that's all there was to do back then, is go dancing. But this is one he had out on a single back in the fall that did real well on Sirius XM. It's called One Step, Two Step.
Well, it's one step, two step, out the door she goes, heading for a dancer, having somewhere down the road. She'll take a sweet dance, she really show herself, tearing up that dance floor way past 12.
Now Mama Jean's prettiest thing that I've ever saw. One of every man in town, me most of all. On Friday night you find it down at old Buck's Dancing Hall, turning men's heads, driving women up the wall.
Well, it's one step, two step, out the door she goes, heading for a dancer, having somewhere down the road. She'll take a swig and dance a jig, really show herself, tearing up that dance floor way past 12.
Dancing shoes, but oh, what a knockout from Saturday afternoon. $1 for all the times that she was asked to wed, would cover up that dance floor, but yes, she never said. So there's one step, two step, out the door she goes, heading for a dancer, having somewhere down the road. She'd take a swig and dance a jig, and really show herself, tearing up that dance floor way past 12.
Somewhere down the road, she'll take a swig and dance a jig, really show herself, tearing up that dance floor way past 12. That's one step, two step, out the door she goes, heading for a dancer, having somewhere down the road. She'll take a swig and dance a jig, really show herself, tearing up that dance floor way past 12.
Thank you all so much. That's the one step, two step, and that's on the, like Sammy said, the latest solo record I have out. Speaking of records, we brought just a few records with us out here, and we'll be out in the foyer following the show if you want to stop by and visit and say hello. We don't expect you to buy a single thing. We just love to shake your hand, and I see a few familiar faces out here, so I want to hug some necks too. We got time to do one more. Before we do, we're going to introduce this bass player back here for you. He comes to you from just outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. He's one of the finest. He's one of the greatest in this genre, or any for that matter. And we think a whole lot of him. Playing the upright bass, doing a great job on some of them low harmony vocals for you as well. Make him welcome. That's Mr. Barry Reed back there. We're going to get out of here the old-time way, if that's all right, with the fiddle and banjo music. I don't know what the policy is on dancing here at the radio show, but I see a pretty decent hole right over here. A couple to get. Pretty decent hole over here. So if it's allowed, we encourage it. If it's not, we make the decision. Thank you all again to everybody here. We appreciate you guys. LonesomeRiverBand.com, Instagram, Facebook, all the good stuff. Check us out. Thank you again. God bless you. Good night. Here's one called Fly Away, my pretty little me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Red as blooming rose, I was prettiest proud. I'm gonna see my pretty little miss before the sun goes down. Fly around my pretty little miss, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little miss, you almost drive me crazy.
Getting the crowd on their feet. That was the stuff right there. That was it. That was it. LonesomeRiverBand.com for more information. The new record is Outside Looking In, available now. All kinds of moves, dance moves, string changing moves, breakdowns. That was it. Good stuff right there. Good stuff. How about another hand for Lonesome River Band? Sounds to me like you all enjoyed tonight's show, am I right? All right. Huge thanks to all the folks tuning in to Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time. Big thanks to Lonesome River Band, Irene Kelly, Ryan Rowlett in the Green Hemp Company, Charles Parker, Ed Hill, ARCD, Window World, Tri-Cities, Friends of Southwest Virginia, our great engineer Josh Littleton, and the whole Radio Bristol team. They definitely deserve a round of applause. And of course, our wonderful live in-studio audience. Give yourself a big hand. You're always so good. And of course, next month we've got a very special live broadcast at Bristol Rhythm and Roots Reunion at the Paramount Center for the Arts, featuring the Hog Slop String Band, Dust Bowl Revival, the Green Grass Cloggers, and some other big surprises. So you'll want to be there for that. Of course, you can tune in to the live broadcast, or if you're coming to the festival, it's free. It's one of the special events at the wonderful festival, Bristol Rhythm and Roots Reunion. Don't forget to check out the extension program of Farm and Fun Time, the Farm and Fun Time Noon Show with our great friends, the Cody Norris Show, made possible by Permatile Concrete Products. Well, folks, we really appreciate it. We'll see you next time, and we'll take you out with a Tennessee tune since we started with a Virginia tune. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Farm and Fun Time.
Take me back to Tennessee. Take me back to Tennessee. Take me back to Tennessee. There is where I long to be.
Thank you for tuning in to Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time, made possible by Eastman Credit Union. Wherever life takes you, ECU is by your side. To hear more from Radio Bristol, download our app or visit us at listenradiobristol.org. I'm your host, Chris Trulson, along with Bill and the Bells. Thanking you for listening to Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time. Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate it. We'll see you at Bristol Rhythm and Roots. Make sure to come out and shake and say howdy to all the great artists out here, and we will see you next month. Thank you so much.
In the sky, just blow some gauge. I'm on a rampage. Jack, I'm mellow. I'm so high and so dry. I'm way up in the sky. World seems light and I'm so right. Yeah, Jack, I'm mellow. I'm gonna put my nickel in a slot machine. Play my solid sender. Gonna strut, peck and Susie Q. 'Cause I'm on a bender.